How's it going, everybody? I'm Sam Lee, reading for Rardin, Leonid, and Melikhov, and welcome to Gaming Instincts. The Callisto Protocol finally had its small but in-depth gameplay footage showcased. The game is exactly what I expected it to be in terms of how it would play and feel. What really impressed our team here at Gaming Instincts is the attention to detail and how Krafton pulled through the hard COVID times and still shot for a December 2nd, 2022 release date. That's hard work and dedication other game development teams should aspire to have. With that being said, here are the top 5 insane gameplay details that we really liked in the Callisto Protocol. Detail number 5. Melee Combat System. The one thing that stood out to me was the melee combat system. I did not expect Krafton to go this far with melee. If you watch closely, you can watch the character dodge sideways. The way the hits connect looks and feel punchy and visceral. The fluid animations and fantastic audio design add a ton to the melee combat portion of the game. Let's have a quick listen and witness the brutality of the melee combat. Do you see how amazing this sounds and looks? I could almost feel the pipe hitting my sexy face and was hoping it would, well, maybe just don't quote me on that. Either way, this looks stellar. Good job, Krafton. Detail number 4. Creative weaponry. Dead Space was known for its creativity when it comes to the plasma cutter gun that Isaac would use throughout his horrific adventure. The Callisto Protocol seems to follow the same trend, and it introduced an exotic pistol and a glove with gravitational capabilities. In the footage, we see one of the zombie-looking dudes getting grabbed by the gravity glove and then pushed into a wall. Gravity weapons and abilities are not new to gaming, but the way it's designed here seems to complement the combat gameplay loop. It doesn't feel gimmicky from the looks of it, and I'm going to assume it's upgradable and can be used in different ways as you progress through the game. Detail number 3. Dangerous environments. You need to be wary of your environments in the Callisto Protocol. At the end of the gameplay demo, the main character gets cornered next to a dangerous machine. Sadly, our space hero got a bit too close and got pushed in. Then, we witnessed his beautiful and bloody death as we watched him get ground up piece by piece. With technology getting more advanced, it's starting to get a bit too real for my personal tastes. But hey, if you're into that type of stuff, then you'll be a happy camper with the Callisto Protocol. If not, well then you better be careful and watch your every step, because the environments in the Callisto Protocol seem to be full of booby traps. Detail number 2. Many similarities to Dead Space. This detail may not be super gameplay related, but it still adds to the overall look and feel of the game, so we thought we would mention it anyway. The similarities between Dead Space and the Callisto Protocol are essentially one-to-one, and that is fantastic. As a fan of the Dead Space series, it's super exciting to finally see what I could call a spiritual successor. Just look at this sequence here, where your character watches a previous recording of a monster getting up from the table and brutally murdering the two dudes around him. Dead Space had several moments like that, where you walk in as Isaac Clarke and witness a dreadful event that happened previously. Stuff like this adds a lot of dread and foreshadowing on what you may or may not expect as you explore these horrific rooms in the Black Iron Prison. And finally, detail number 1, Dismemberment System. Last but not least, we can't talk about the Callisto Protocol without bringing up the Dismemberment System. Dismemberment in Dead Space was a vital part of its combat system and core gameplay loop. As you walk the dark halls of the USG Ishimura ship, you always had your plasma cutter fired up and ready to hit at the perfect angle to chop the limbs off the necromorphs. Chopping limbs off was quite important because it would limit the combat abilities of the necromorphs and make fights against certain types of enemies a lot easier than just blindly trying to kill them right off the bat. The same concept seems to apply in the Callisto Protocol. In the demo, we see the main character shooting off arms and legs to limit their threat. What I also really liked is how they're still crawling after me after having their legs completely shot off. Resident Evil also has a similar thing, but Dead Space and the Callisto Protocol have taken this concept much further, and I love it. And those were the 5 gameplay details we really liked. What did you like about the gameplay? Let us know in the comment section down below. The Callisto Protocol is slated to come out later this year for Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC on December 2nd, 2022. Stay tuned to Gaming Instincts for more coverage as we get closer to this release date. And with that said, this concludes Gaming Instincts. For more content and videos like this in the future, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, this has been Sam Lee, and until next time.